You asked, and we have answered. It's Indian butter chicken day. We've gotten requests, a bunch of them for this. And it's typically not something that I make because it's a handful of ingredients, a couple of which you might not have. But it's worth getting them because this is so comforting, so cozy. It's an old favorite sweater in a bowl. That was the dumbest thing I've ever said. But by the end of this, you're gonna be like, oh shit, Sam, yeah, I better get those things. And what makes it even better is we're making it in the Instant Pot. Chancey's favorite instrument in the kitchen.
Ooh.
Am I right?
You're right, I love them.
Loves it. We marinate some chicken, beautifully marinated chicken. Then it comes together in the Instant Pot. So we begin with a tablespoon of ginger paste and garlic paste. By the way, that's a strong start. We give it a tablespoon of oil and then our seasonings. And the first is a tablespoon of ground red pepper. It looks like that. And the next is about the same of garam masala. And garam masala is a very typical ingredient in all kinds of Indian food, and it smells like cumin and cinnamon and cardamom, and it's just great. Give it a little salt and pepper here. Quick mix. Nice. Put it off to the side, and we'll cut our chicken. And our chicken for Max today is chicken breasts, because they're his favorite. And these we're gonna cut into bite-sized pieces, like this, like this. Just do it. Or as our friend Google would say, let's do it. Just pop them in the bowl. Like this, and like this. Now, I was gonna put a glove on because I know Max is not a fan of this hand work, but I mean, come on, it's already messy. It'd be pointless to. I think a tiny bit more oil is in order. You want everybody coated really well. We're gonna love this. Silky, delicious. Okay, when you're all good here, set this off to the side, 15, 20 minutes to let the spices kick in a little bit. And then we will start to saute it. With our chicken marinated and the Instant Pot hot, in goes some oil. And now we'll start to sear our chicken. So in they go. And you want to hear that sound, because if you don't, I don't know, you're boiling it, and that's not what you want to do. But you can't throw too much in at a time or it'll cool way down. So you'll have to do this in a couple of shifts. The smell of the spices coming off that is fantastic, and it's only going to get better. So we're just trying to give it a little color, which will result in a little flavor, right? We'll just get it white all the way around. So give it a second or two, it's going to be good. And out this comes, just work your way through the batch that you've got. Look at all that beautiful stuff on the bottom. And while it's still on saute, and while it's still hot, as soon as the chicken's out, I'm going to give it one more splash of oil, and then a small yellow onion goes in to soften a bit. We'll give it one splash of water to help soften up what's on the bottom. Oh, great, because we want that. That's gonna be fabulous. All right, they softened for another minute or so, and then what arguably is the start of the show, 1/4 cup of butter. This will melt. Oh, and start to really smell nice. All right, now we come in with the rest of what's going in here. The first is 14 ounces of tomato puree, or passata, and now more spices. Another tablespoon of garam masala, beautiful. Teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of turmeric, teaspoon of paprika, and teaspoon of cumin. This we will mix. Tiny bit more ginger and garlic. We let this simmer away for a couple minutes, and now comes back our chicken with any liquids that have come off it. Hi guys, this all gets mixed. I'm gonna give it just a little water. Hey fly. Maybe 1/3 of a cup. And that looked red because it's the container that the tomato puree was in. I think we're good. We put our lid on. Wait for that. Fuck off. We put our lid on, we lock it in place. We make sure this is on sealing. Set it to high pressure, give it 5 minutes, and away it goes. And at the end of the 5 minutes, let it release manually. See what I'm doing here? I like this to be smooth and creamy. I like the sauce to be super smooth, like a baby's butt. Bad analogy. And in an unnecessary step that I have to do, because that's the way I like it, I want to hand blend this. So that means I have to take the chicken out because I forgot, again, every time. Once again, I'm gonna tell you, I forget shit, even if it's written down, and it was written down. People think I fake this. I don't fake it. I don't fake it at all. So get all the pieces out. What a pain in the ass. Terrible pain. I don't want to blend up the chicken, so make sure you get all of that out. And then, when you have, then you take a hand blender. I could have skipped this, but this is what makes me happy. This part, I want it smooth. And then in you go. It's really just the little bits of onion. Oh, it's splattering. There you go. Now the chicken goes back. This is feeling right to me. Lid goes on, we lock it in place, pressure cook, high pressure, 5 minutes, and we walk away. And after 10 minutes of manual release, if it still won't open, vent it yourself. And when that little guy drops, we're there. Wait for it. Boom. Let's have a look. Bubbling, bubbling. Oh, the smell. Oh, it's fantastic. Okay, one more thing left to do. We're gonna turn it to saute and add 1 cup of heavy cream. Give it a stir. And in about, 7-8 minutes, this will have thickened beautifully. And that's when we come back. And just look at what we've created. Oh, nice. I can turn this off now. Butter chicken. Instapot butter chicken. The smell is amazing, rising up to greet me, and I cannot wait to have some. Let me show you how I like to put this together. We begin by putting some rice in our bowl. Use whatever rice you like, but honestly, white rice for me against the orange reddish color of the chicken is the way to go. Spread it out a little bit. Nice bowl max. And now we come with this. And last but not least, just a little cilantro. It's beautiful. And look at this. The color's fantastic. The smell is fantastic. I love it on the rice. So let's just make ourselves a little bite. Oh, look, I already know what I'm getting myself into here. This is straight perfection. Oh, that's where it gets you, right? Look, what makes this amazing is this is a flavor combination that we don't often have. I mean, unless you're making a lot of Indian food. It's worth buying some garam masala. It really is. I always keep turmeric because I use it for other things. But if you, I mean, go to a store that sells bulk spices, because then you can just buy a little bit. Because that garam masala is like 10 bucks. And unless you think you're gonna make a ton of this, which by the way, you actually just might because it is that good. I love this. You're gonna love this. Make sure you make it. And don't forget, we need to give away a Sam the Cooking Guy 7-inch Nakiri knife. You could win one. All you have to do is go to shopstcg.com, register for email and SMS alerts, and one could be coming your way. In fact, let's give one away right now. And today's winner, Keith Tracy. Woo! What is Summer barking at in there? Goodness gracious.